you're prepared, these opportunities come and you can actually do what's right for the homeowner. And really, it's about understanding how this insurance book reads. It's like, hey, can you hit your deductible? Oh, congrats, you hit your deductible. Well, hey man, send us 10 pictures of your damage. I mean, it's not like they don't know that there's a hurricane coming through the face of Florida. Right. They know, but they're still gonna have to play that game. And the beauty of it is we don't play the game because the solar already financed the roof. All right, here we are, episode 11. It's my lucky number, actually.
Is it?
That was my number growing up in sports. Oh. Number 11, yeah. But anyway, guys, Storm Solar Synergy, it is here. We've been talking about it. Hurricane Ian, Category 4 storm. It's hitting the Gulf Coast of Florida really as we speak. And Fort Myers to Tampa Bay, up to Daytona Beach, Jacksonville, everywhere is going to have some significant damage. And we are, just interested, just paying attention.
We're absolutely paying attention. We actually have a number of contractors that we work with out there. So we're wishing all of you guys a lot of safety during these tough times. We actually have Anthony and Fahad leading from the front, out in St. Petersburg as we speak, trying to help with any sort of efforts to get people accommodated with Hurricane Ian fastly approaching. I know that these next couple of days, we're recording this on Wednesday, these next couple of days are going to be pretty tough out there. So it's nice to know that we have guys that are going to help lead some recovery efforts out there.
Yeah, it's amazing how it works. The eye of the storm, it actually pulls up all of the water to a higher level, and then the wind blows it right in. There's going to be as much as 10 feet of water surge in areas along the Gulf Coast there. And that means there's going to be insurance restoration claims, everything from siding to windows to roofs. And you know what brings it all together?
What's that?
It's the solar.
It's the solar. Hey, it's the solar, and we lead from the front with solar always. But with this trip in particular, guys, we're Storm Solar Synergy. That's what we are. We're SVG. So from this point of view, we're treating Hurricane Ian as a storm synergy opportunity to help these homeowners out. They're surely going to see some roof damage along the way. What we're talking about here is a lot of water rushing in, but on top of that, we're seeing 60 plus mile per hour winds. And truth be told, most roofs just can't withstand that type of constant pressure. So we're going to keep our eyes close down. I know that Anthony and Fahad are right there. We're wishing them safety, but we actually have our own team heading out to Florida as well. So we have more boots on the ground coming, and it's going to be a great opportunity to help homeowners out, make sure that we're keeping these insurance companies accountable when it comes to put these claims in. So I myself will be heading out. I know Jacob will be heading out. We have a whole team of guys that are going to help out.
No place I'd rather be.
No place I'd rather be, man. We're heading to the eye of the storm, so I'm looking forward to it, brother.
It's going to be a fun experience, and it's going to test you. And that's what it's all about, really, because, to do so well as we have an opportunity to do, it comes first from helping people at their lowest moment. And that's really exciting to actually make a big difference in the life of somebody who, they knew the risk. They live in a beautiful state of Florida, right. But, you don't really plan for it. And all these people that just moved to Florida, imagine how many of them are now dealing with their first hurricane. I have a buddy been living in Denver, took a job out in Fort Myers, actually. He's right there. Yeah. And we'll see. I think I know where I'll be hanging out. He's a good guy. He knows how to bunker down and hold down the storm. He's going to be all right. But at the end of the day, we have to be able to get in. These are impassable roads.
Right.
The Hummer is going to be put to use. The Sprinter van, MIA, man, we can't take it down there. And it's going to be an exciting experience. Really, it's just understanding that we have an opportunity to allow homeowners to get these improvements financed. The deductibles in these areas on these home insurance policies can be upwards of $10,000, if not more, if not 2 to 4% of the actual coverage that's available. That could be $500,000. 2 to 4% of that is $25,000 to $50,000.
Right.
And now we're talking about big insurance claims because we're talking about $100,000 to $200,000 of damage in certain areas. Now, we can help those people, but let's be honest, man. We want the low-hanging fruit. We want to go to guys that need the new roof and who need solar and who can't afford that $5,000 deductible. It's really just a numbers game, weeding through A, B, and C, knowing that you can help them, but not necessarily jumping on that, helping player D. And the next one after that needs the roof and needs the solar, whose power's out, who's ready to get turned back on. It's exciting to be able to do that. And ultimately, you know what? We'll do the full job. We'll help that happen. But,
what we're really trying to do, guys, out here
we want to get the solar.
Yeah, we want to get the solar going, but for this trip in particular, what we're really focused on is keeping these insurance companies accountable. I think we know and recognize that across any sort of insurance spectrum, when shit hits the fan, a lot of these guys try and weasel their way out. So our job out here, having the roofing background that we have, the connections out there, is our job is to hold these guys accountable, make sure that we can get a new roof on board, because who knows when the next one of these sort of huge storms hits. So first things first, we need to make sure that we can take care of these guys. And if we can help any way with solar in doing so, then that's just the cherry on top. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's just understanding. I mean, all these insurance companies, they have all these middle income homeowners, the 50, 60, 70, 80,000 income homes. That's America.
Right.
And those people don't have $5,000-$10,000 sitting around sometimes, and that's what their deductible is. And so they're sitting there. Well, my home's trashed. Well, I don't know what to do about it. And the reality is not everybody understands the resources that are available to them. If they have a 650 credit score, and if they have power usage, we can bring them a new roof and get them the insurance payments that they deserve. Once you get the roof started, what's going to happen is that deductible is now satisfied for the entire claim. That claim applies not only to the roof, but it's going to apply to the siding, the windows, the miscellaneous water damage, and all of everything in between. It allows that homeowner to get into the game, because without that $10,000 available to them through the solar financing, they're sitting on the sidelines wishing that they could start their project. And furthermore, really the first thing that needs to happen is that they get the foundation of their home back in order, which is the roof, get the leaks covered, and allow for now the restoration of the water damage to occur, knowing that there's not a second leak on the way. If they are sitting there in shrink wrap, if they're sitting there in whatever mitigation that they're able to afford, the reality is that they need the roof done first, and the solar can lead the way, and the amount of opportunities after that are really significant. And being there first with the solar is so powerful. And here we are, category 4. It's not just a 60 mile per hour wind. We're talking 190, 155. I mean, that's going to be in a couple hours. Right. We got 65 miles per hour right now in Georgia off of the tail end. I mean, this is insane. This is like real disaster scenario. We better bring our waters. We're going to be thirsty because we're going to be hiking around these impassable roads. Imagine going fishing in the... Fly fishing with those pants on.
Swimming around avoiding alligators out there.
Right?
But as long as we can help some people out, that's always the name of the game. But yeah, I know that as we mentioned, Jacob and I are heading out. We're personally inviting anyone that wants to come join us on this blitz. Anyone that wants to go help out some homeowners out there that are in terrible, dire need right now. There's a great opportunity to be Philanthropic. Oh my goodness. Yeah, mouthful. So yeah, early morning. But yeah, if you guys are feeling like you guys want to help out while also having a tremendous opportunity to make some good money on your back end, double your back end, so to speak, we would love to have you guys with us. We're entering the eye of the storm, and we're ready to go. We're storm chasing together.
Yeah, so, that's exciting, huh?
Yeah.
And what's really best about the whole situation is just, when you're prepared, these opportunities come and you can actually do what's right for the homeowner. And really, it's about understanding how this insurance book reads. First of all, it's got X, Y, and Z issues that are going to come up. It's like, hey, can you hit your deductible? Oh, congrats, you hit your deductible. Well, hey, man, send us 10 pictures of your damage. I mean, it's not like they don't know that there's a hurricane coming through the base of Florida. Right. They know, but they're still going to have to play that game. And the beauty of it is we don't play the game because the solar already financed the roof, right? Work is getting done and contractors are getting paid. Now that's what brings this all together is, first of all, you get the project started, you pass go. That's amazing. But beyond that, what happens next? Okay? Well, most of the time in these insurance situations, you're going to have a 2-3 month lag of resources being funded. Can we acquire the timber to do the roof? Can we acquire the funding from the insurance company who's now bogged down because they have this plethora of claims coming to their claims desk? What we're going to do is we're going to rip the roof off, we're going to put it down, and the solar already paid it. Now, Mrs. Smith, first of all, she's going to show the receipt, and it says paid, and now the income from those insurance proceeds are in her pocket.
Yeah.
Now, that is so powerful,
right?
Because it just allows her to get on with her life. And again, solar financing being the key, fully transferable to the next homeowner. Right. She's not paying that $10,000. She's putting it on the financing, and when the time comes, it moves on to the next homeowner, and so on and so forth.
And Jacob makes a great point. That's how we wrap it all in. Didn't want to just jump saying, hey, we want to throw solar. There's a reason behind everything that we're trying to do out there. But, hey, let's talk about worst case scenarios, because we're currently looking at one. Let's say that an AC goes out or a home gets flooded and anything home efficiency related goes down. What we're also talking about on top of the roofing is up to 46%, I believe, of your system cost. You can throw that right back into home financing. 45. Got a little ahead of myself. But 45% of this can all be tied right back into your solar financing. Again, some of the best financing options we're looking at in the country right now. Having a real estate background and seeing where mortgage rates are at right now. To be able to take care of some things that could throw some real equity into your home when you're seeing a whole lot of losses due to this hurricane damage. There's no sort of better way to go and approach that right now.
Yeah, it's really just the cross training of being a hybrid sales rep.
Right.
Being versed in insurance restoration, being versed in solar, and being versed in roofs. Just cover the bases right there out the get-go. Windows and the such, those things, they're really just clerical in ordering the windows and performing the restoration. But when you deal with a roof, and especially when you put it through insurance, the claims manual has information that defines what's paid for, what's not paid for in various situations.
Right.
And, the insurance company, if this is the book, you better believe that they're right here on how much they want to pay. And what we do as a sales contractor is, on your behalf, we advocate that we're going to be doing the entire restoration, not just the minimal.
Right.
And that's exactly what happens, minimal restoration, full restoration. The insurance company has the book, and they're here, and we're here. And that's why it's powerful to work with a general contractor in these scenarios who is well versed in insurance restoration. And, the documentation that we provide with the backup of public adjusters and lawyers allows for us to really move the ball forward. And it's really just a well-understanding and well-versed position that we're in with the resources of property and casualty advocacy, which involves both lawyers, sales reps, general contractors, laborers, suppliers, everything in between, procurement of the panels. I mean, we can't promise necessarily that we're going to have installs in 30 days, but what will happen is we'll start the roof. And that is so powerful.
Right, 1,000%. And that's such a great point, because I think what setting expectations properly is look, we're surfing out there here in a little bit, trying to help you guys out there, but getting a load of panels out there, we're probably looking. This is a great time to probably update the Florida market as far as what they can expect with their install. What we typically see is 30 to 45 day installs when the sun is shining and everything's all good. But I wouldn't be surprised if installs are moved back a little bit. But as Jacob mentioned, when we're talking about getting a new roof that needs to get slapped on there as soon as possible, we work with local roofers, so that should not be an issue.
Well, that, and we have to in Florida work within the state regulations, which do require, the highest level of bracketing, the highest level of security of the panels on the roof, such that they can actually withstand some of these hurricane force winds. And now that is also part of the process. And, normally that does take a little bit of time to be approved, but are we really that concerned about it when, first of all, the power's not even on, the water's not even on, and your roof is leaking? We're talking about the inside of your ceiling all of a sudden coming down because of water damage. And that's really the first priority, is just making sure that you can sit down in your living room and have your peace and quiet in your space. The TV's going to come back on, the water's going to come back on. You don't have to worry too hard about that. This is still modern day America. However, the rain is coming in a week or so. Right. And if in a week or so you have another leak and another leak after that there in the state of Florida,
right,
that's not going to work. So we want to get that home back safe and secure and insulated from the great outdoors and, Mother Nature here.
Right.
One hell hath no fury, right?
Right. And if anything, if the grid goes down or anything like that as well, we do like to mention that we are able to get generators, whole home generators ready to go.
Yeah, battery backup as well.
Battery backups can be tied in. So you sort of name it, home efficiency wise, we can work wonders with the relationships and the network that we currently have in place here at SVG, and I know that we're certainly going to be tapping into that network deeply while we're in Florida.
Well, it's beautiful because it's already prepared. I mean, literally the lawyer that we work with, a couple different firms, but he knows that all he has to do is draft a letter that says, hey, we're coming and this is happening. Here's the picture of the roof already done. You have 30 days to pay or else you'll be getting my invoice.
Right.
And it's
Say that one more time.
The lawyers that we work with are prepared to draft a letter to the insurance company with documentation of the damage. Also, it's going to show the documentation that the roof is already off and that the new roof is already down. Furthermore, the insurance company now understands that they have 30 days to pay before the lawyer fees add up.
Right.
Because that lawyer is representing the claim behind us. Now, those are unique situations, but in those situations, what happens is that we are able to hold the insurance companies accountable to the highest degree.
Right.
And that becomes so powerful because the homeowner gets everything they want and deserve. There's no argument to be had. Was there a storm? Yes, absolutely.
Right.
It was on the exact day. Let's see here. It's on September 28th, 2022.
Right.
And Susie down the street had her roof ripped off.
And guys, a hurricane of this proportions. We're sort of talking locally. This is how we can do it in Arizona. We see hail damage out here. Nothing like a Hurricane Ian ever, but we're able to do this with our own insurance companies back at home all the time. But with a storm like this, you can bet your ass that we're going after these insurance companies and making sure that they're coughing up everything that they promised prior.
Yeah, you know what? It's really just holding them accountable to the timelines that they have set in place that protect the homeowner. Because what's going to happen is that they drag their feet.
Right.
And we're not going to allow it. And that's what makes it so powerful, is that we can see these things coming because we've been there, done that, and it's exciting. We're going, bro.
We're getting out there. We're getting out there. So, I mean, I know a lot of our contractors, as I touched on earlier, are from the Florida area. I'm sure they're more than happy that they were at our last boot camp. Yeah. And because they're going to be able to go to all of these new homeowners that are looking at a new roof and be able to tie that deductible into solar financing, which Jacob touched on a little bit earlier. As we've seen,
December 2nd and 3rd coming up. What's that? That's just that's a month and a half out, 2 months out.
Yeah, so, as we've seen and from this and from our past, these storms are more than likely going to keep coming around. Whether you think they're due to global warming or not, solar can be a huge solution to helping you get a new roof and new financing for anything you sort of need home efficiency related. So I know we want to teach some more and more people about how we can do that. And the last one, if you just take a look at the testimonials, people had a fantastic time. So we're looking forward to getting you guys out wherever you may be into sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. I know we had some winter birds out in Illinois.
Here.
Yeah, no hurricane. No hurricanes here, man. We're certainly praying and putting our best thoughts forward to everyone affected out there. We're going to have boots on the ground soon. And SVG, Storm Synergy, that's the name of the game for us. We're ready to go help out some families out there.
I'd say that's a wrap. December 2nd and 3rd, next boot camp. We're going to be talking about all the exposure that we had out there in Ian, everything in between, door-to-door, add-on financing, getting homeowners taken care of the right way, and looking forward to everybody joining us. Until then, I'm Jacob. We got Jack Gordon here.
I'm Jack. Hey guys, one last little note. Tune in to SVG Solar, our Instagram, for more updates, live updates on us battling the storm out in Florida. We look forward to a follow. You can expect a follow back, and it's been a pleasure joining you guys today.
Till next time.
Till next time.